Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Let's get back into the game. Okay, we're back in the game. If you remember last episode, we pulled up here in front of Scrap City. That's right, yeah. I took a bit of time. I knocked down a little bit of ember in the area and some more ember over there. I also chopped up a couple of the bodies from our good friends the robots, and I collected one large loot crate over here, and I haven't done anything else. This is as far as I've gone. I haven't entered into the city proper or anything crazy like that. I'm just going to grab the closest building here and start at it, I guess. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out all the bits of me running around and searching and rummaging and that kind of jazz. My inventory starts out, as you saw, pretty much empty except for 157 rounds of ammunition, a handful of rusted metal blocks for blocking, and some diamond plate for blocking, and 30 other blocks. I've got really nothing else. A little bit of paint ammo maybe. Don't ask. I don't know why I have it, but I have it. So I'm going to basically just pick it up as we carry on through this wreckage, and we'll see what kind of fun we have here. Hey! I was already jumping away from you. You can't hit me when I'm jumping away. Jerk. The whole area is just packed with these haybots. You can't move without seeing a haybot. There's another warehouse over there. Alright, there's our first big red farm bot here in the Scrap City. I'm going to avoid him for the time being, just looking around more than anything. But we will have to eventually come and start killing them all. So far, a lot of twisty mazes and parkour courses, but no nothing really exciting. But we're still only on the first couple of buildings here too. Okay, we're in a place where I should be reasonably safe from his acid attacks. I have to attempt to waste as many ammo rounds as I possibly can. How long it takes before it loses track of me and then tries to find me again or wanders away. Damn it. This needs is a way to sneak out over an edge. satisfying sound of another dead farm bot. Another warehouse key and some more component pieces. I don't hear one. Usually there's... I don't want to just go running around willy-nilly and leave potential areas with hostiles in it. And it's already dark enough that we need to start carrying our little flashlight. So we'll keep exploring here. Okay, day 2 of exploring in this town. I've only completely cleared out or gone through a couple of buildings, but I finally found a actual yellow crate. Had components, gas, and a logic gate. Wow. Cool. Alright, I'm just going to kind of keep exploring. I figured I'd bring you in for anything interesting, and well, that's as close of interesting as we've had. I get the feeling that this scrap town is really a unfinished part of the map. It was like, I get the feeling that they had planned maybe having this as an area where you had to go and complete objectives or deal with some thing that needed to be dealt with, or who knows, but it's been unfinished. What do you think, Hank? You hitting me through the rock? Okay, that's how you get the smack in the head there, dude. Because I mean, like the update, they added lighting to all the POIs, but they haven't added lighting to even one of the POIs inside this town that I have seen. So far, every building I've been into has not had lighting in it. Can I throw this off the edge over there? There we go. Don't know if it lands or where it lands, but hey, you know, I don't have the time, or I don't really have the interest to sit there and shave them all. Sunshake. I haven't had sunshake in a long time. Okay, well, I'm going to continue on and see what else we can come up with. I'll bring you back if there's anything else of interest that happens. Okay, we're coming up on day 3, or I think it's day 3 today, maybe day 4. I spent basically the whole night in this tube here because I can't see anything, but I keep hearing a lot of Hanks, and I heard the thumping and banging of big red farm bot. I didn't want to keep running blindly into these buildings because you can't see the floor you're standing on for the most part. And the last thing I want to do is accidentally fall into a hole or some hooked on some piece of metal or something. So it's kind of frustrating because it's basically nighttime hits, you just stop. It's so funny. I mean, like, you hear them, but you can't place where you hear them from. And so it's, you know, you think, oh, I've got hay bots falling from the ceiling. Don't get up. didn't fall very far, but that's okay. As I was saying, you hear them, but you have no idea where the heck they are until they fall from the ceiling on top of your head. Ragdoll down a flight of stairs for you, but I mean, hey, some haybots are kind of helpful, I guess. Well, there's another big red farm bot. Nothing else. Running around this area here is just completely confusing. Like, I could see the fun of this in like a multiplayer game, playing tag or hide and seek or something in here, you know, but yeah. But honestly, yeah, there's not really a lot to this town. Hey, sweet cheeks. Would you like some more spuds? Listen, I don't have a lot of ammo, so I'd rather not give you too many and just throw them around on the ground there. Be so kind as to step out from behind that post. I'll be happy to give you a few more. Damn it, come on. Dude, you're making it incredibly difficult to shoot you. There we go. Good boy. So that's two big red farm bots dead, and it's already 1800. It's going to start getting dark again. Too dark to see what I'm doing. Which means I'm going to end up spending another night trapped in these ruins. Yay. Well, at least I have tomatoes. I'm down to 11 rounds of ammunition. Okay, so I do have to make it down to the base and try to get back to my truck or the tractor there. No idea where I am in this town, which is another problem. Although I have a fairly rudimentary idea. Problem is, of course, is getting out of this building. before we lose what's left of the sun. There's one warehouse. Hopefully the other one should be over beside us here. Hi, Hank. You brought friends. Oh, crap, crap, crap. I fell into a hole that I can't seem to get myself out of. That's nice. Okay, we're going to keep running back towards where all the lights are glowing over there, because I think our trail markers lead back towards the... All right. So we're just going to pass another night, and then we'll have another go at seeing what we can find inside this town. Okay, we've made it to the top of one of the tallest buildings around. I'm on top of my lift, on top of my toilet. I'm kind of in the middle of town. I haven't really found anything of real interest or value. That building there, I was exploring. That was the building I was exploring earlier. This building over here was the one I was trying to figure out how to get onto the middle floor, which basically it looks like you have to climb all the way to the roof and then down where that crate is, and then go out through that wall and down those stairs and then in. So that might be a way to get in there. Yeah, there's, I think, this large apartment type building behind me here is basically the only thing left to explore. That, and then the other side of this wrecked building, there's a pit over there. I think there's a building in there, and I think that's where I will find my last farm bot. At least that's one of the places that I've seen him on other people's videos. But from up here you can see I've got warehouses in every direction, you know. I must be getting close to the edge of the map. I mean, it's all ocean, but you can see the ocean doesn't seem to have any islands or anything past a certain render point. So it's quite possible that this road here leads to the far end of the map, and that's as far as it goes. Of course, it goes that way quite a ways. I can see wastelands and stuff beyond that one warehouse. Now I came down that road, and my vehicle, I believe, is parked, unless I'm turned around here, but no, my vehicle should be parked between that charge zone and that ember forest. But I'm going to hang out here for yet another night. There's a crate in that building there. This is what I'm looking for right now, is I want to see if there's anything glowing, any good loot crates. I mean, like, so far I'm finding a lot of crap. I've only found one gold crate at all, which doesn't exactly thrill me to no small measure. But there's one crate over there that we can kind of aim towards, see if we can get over to. I'll probably try and do that tomorrow, and the next daytime anyway. And then, yeah, there's one. I might try to get back into that building there and see if I can make it down to that middle floor. And then I want to see if I can find, there's a big red bot over there, and I'm pretty sure he hangs out in the basement of that one building over there. And that'll be all the big red bots in town, and then it's just Hanks. I got Hank hay bots everywhere in town. You'll probably see some of those little sparkles. That's probably going to be bodies that are just glistening in the sunlight. So yeah, I'm going to once again cut it here, and I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up if I find anything else interesting. I want to try to get that box there, so I'll pick it up in the morning or in the daytime. But that's the end of like the day 5 now, I think. Day 4, day 5, something like that. Day 1 too many, that's for sure. This has definitely taken far too long for too little profit. Okay, we made it. Took a little bit of fancy parkour and some trickery footwork, but let's see what we got. Ooh, a shiny garment box and some gas. Wow. Well, that was astounding. Yeah, that's it. We'll go with that. Astounding. Okay, well, we'll work our way back down and carry on towards the next building, I guess. Figured I'd bring you in for that, see if it was anything of interest, which, well, as you were absolutely astounded as much as I was, I'm sure. This is floating. That's funny. Have a floating chest. You have to climb up a little pole that goes from that walkway up to this corner and then kind of shimmy around this pillar to get in. It's not anywhere near as much fun as it sounds. The good thing about getting out, however, down is always a way you can go without too much problems. There's our last big red, or our next big red farm bot too. Okay, dude, you are seriously hooked in a place where I can't even think about getting in to shoot you. Yeah, this isn't at all sketchy. Not at all. Not the slightest. Highly recommend that you do this at all times in your life. Climbing across collapsed old buildings and rummaging around over top of rubble and debris. You're seriously going to hang out right where I can't get a bead on you, you little bugger. So it really doesn't look like there's a lot in this town. I mean, there's a lot. It's a lot of climbing and monkeying and stuff like that. And I mean, if that's stuff you like, well, this is definitely worth it. But okay, we accidentally fell out of the window there. That's going to make it a little bit more challenging because that's where my toilet is. Somewhere down here is that big red farm bot. Unfortunately, I can't see him for love or money right now. Which could both be good or bad. Okay. Made it back up to the level where I'd fallen out of my toilet there. Trying to have a looky-loo at this Yahoo. I know he's down there, I just can't see him, and of course having it in the middle of the night wasn't helping. Of course in the daytime it makes it a little bit easier when you can actually see things like the ramp that would have led you right up to the second floor without having to look for it. Minor details. Okay, so somewhere out here is a big red farm bot that has taken quite a few shots to the head, which makes me uneasy because it means he's disappeared somewhere in the immediate vicinity. Hank, come here. Thanks. Want to tell your buddy to come over here too? Is that my farm bot way down there? No, that's just trees. Hi. Yes, you're my best friend. Really you are. Don't lose your head. Alright, we made it to the top of the apartment type building in the middle of town. Somewhere around here I have a big red farm bot that has a whole lot of bullets in his head. I don't know where he is. He disappeared. But there's my last yellow crate. I got some potatoes. I got a saddle and some glass blocks. Ooh. Chemicals, tomatoes, and component kits. Yeah. That was fun. This one here, you have to climb all the way up, scoot over to this building, and then climb up inside this building, up the backside, and then back out. Yeah. A lot of running around. This is what makes me think this was really an unfinished an unfinished project. Like, it was like this particular POI was a lot of hours went into making it. A lot of testing went into making sure that all these pipes and loops and stuff were going to work without, you know, killing the player. A lot of time went into this, and I think it's like they got to a certain point and then it kind of got shelved, and it was like that's as far as it went. You know, it was like, oh, we've got to this point, and well, that's all we're gonna do. Which, you know, I mean, yeah, it happens. They might, who knows, they might have other plans for this down the road. But for now, yeah, it's like the city, it feels so lackluster because I think honestly it's a work in project or work in progress. It's unfinished, the unfinished project, if you will. Like the warehouses, they pushed them out but they said that the warehouse was not complete. You know, that was one of the things that they had mentioned when they were publishing the game, is like the warehouses weren't complete. You couldn't do them. In fact, they were locked off for a lot of players early on. Trying to think, I saw a balcony on the other side of this building. I was kind of wondering if I could figure out a way up to it, but I don't see a way up directly anyway. There is, however, always that method. Yay, component kits and gasoline. Woohoo! Alright, where did you go, Big Red? Damn it, I wanted to end off the episode by having your head on my shoulders. Ah, well. Yeah, there's no access to this room other than to jump up onto that balcony. That's funny. Well, somewhere over in this area is a Big Red farm bot, and as much as I want to go and play with him, I'm going to go talk to Hank over here and grab this last tote crate. A bearing, a blueberry, and some gas. Hank, did you see a Big Red guy hanging out here? He was kind of ugly, bad breath. No? Hank never wants to talk to me for... Oh, Hank, listen, I'm just helping your boy out there. Jerk. There we go. This whole area is littered with bodies, corpses. And goodness knows what else. Anyhow, I think that's going to do it for the Scrap City. I'm not really finding anything. Ow. Listen, dude, I'm doing an outro here. Go away. Seriously. Sneak up behind a person like that. What a jerk. Can you believe these guys? As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted. How rude. That's going to do it for Scrap City. Next episode, I'm going to carry on doing some exploration. See if we can find anything really interesting, really amazing, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm kind of just going to carry on wherever the roads lead. I was kind of hoping that there would be a little bit more to the Scrap City, but I've got about 3 hours worth of me running around inside this place to edit down into a reasonably decent sized video, so my night's already booked. So thanks all for watching, kids. Hope you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, and I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.